I want to talk about pride. I want to talk about how it has calcified inside people who got hurt and then decided somewhere beneath the level of conscious thought that the hurt was going to be the last real thing they ever let happen to them. The kind of pride that looks like strength from the outside and a coffin from the inside. Because here's what nobody talks about. Staying broken is comfortable. There is a specific warmth to unhappiness when it has been yours for so long. And then someone says, "Have you ever thought about talking to someone?" And you feel it and say, "I'm fine, I don't need that." And later, alone, you replay the conversation and you feel it again. What was that feeling? That was your ego. The part of you that runs a calculation every time vulnerability appears on the horizon. And the calculation always comes out the same. If I ask for help, they'll see that I'm not okay. And if they see that I'm not okay, then I'm less than them, and I cannot be less than anyone. You enjoy that? Sinking. And the reason you won't reach for the rope is because someone might see you reach. That's the level we're operating at. That is the ego of the unhealed. It will let you drown with dignity. You will stand at the bottom holding your throat and call it strength. I don't trust easily. I've been through too much. I don't need anyone. I learned to be alone a long time ago. We say these things and there's a beat where we wait to see if the other person looks impressed, because we want them to. We want them to see the damage as depth. This isn't just unhealthy, it's a performance. And the worst part is, we're performing for ourselves. You know what I've noticed? The people who talk the most about how much they've been through are often the ones who have done the least work on it. Because the person who has actually processed something doesn't carry it to every conversation. They don't introduce themselves through their wounds. Don't get me wrong, but lots of us really worship our suffering. We treat it as depth, as if other people who laugh and ask for help and go to therapy and talk about what they're working on must not have felt things the way we have, as if you have a monopoly on real pain. But what if you just chose something different after the pain? What if the difference isn't the intensity of what happened, but what you decided to do with the wreckage? That thought is the one the ego cannot survive, so it kills it fast. Because if healing is a choice, then you've been choosing not to. And if you've been choosing not to, then you have to ask yourself why. And if you ask yourself why, you might get an answer that is far more mundane than you wanted. Not that you're too damaged or too far gone. Not that your case is exceptional and the ordinary remedies won't reach you. Just that growing up is hard and staying is easy, and your wounds give you an excuse to never have to be new again. Being new is terrifying, I'll give you that. Starting something and being bad at it. Asking for things you need. Sitting in a therapist's office and saying the things you've only said to yourself. Admitting in the presence of another human being that you are struggling and that you do not have it handled, and that you need something you can't provide for yourself. That is genuinely hard. I'm not minimizing it. But I want you to notice what you put next to that difficulty. You put your pride. You stack your pride right next to the hard thing, and you say, "I'd rather carry the wound than carry the embarrassment of healing it. I'd rather keep the damage than be seen wanting to repair it." The embarrassment you're afraid of, let me tell you what it actually looks like from the outside. You know what's embarrassing? Watching someone who clearly needs help decline it for 20 years and call the declining a form of integrity. Watching someone use their past as a veto on every future. Watching someone be offered a door and walk into the wall next to it. That's the embarrassing thing. Because if the world is cruel and people are unreliable and nothing ever gets better, then you don't have to try. The cruelty of the world is your excuse to stay exactly where you are. I'm asking you from right next to you, is that enough for you?